This afternoon, the Fox 5 Movie Club is presenting two major pictures from the 40s. First, we saw a rare telecast of the wonderful I Remember Mama, starring Irene Dunne. Now, another famous but controversial achievement from Hollywood. Warner Brothers' picture about Custer's last stand, the events at Little Bighorn. They died with their boots on, starring Errol Flynn and Olivia de Havilland. Flynn and de Havilland had already appeared in 7 films together, including Captain Blood and The Adventures of Robin Hood. This one was to be their final collaboration, and their farewell scene at the end may very well be their best acting together. But basically, this is an action-adventure, and director Raoul Walsh's first time at bat with Errol Flynn. George Armstrong Custer went to West Point, was a poor student, was commissioned ahead of time because of the start of the Civil War in 1861, was second lieutenant of cavalry at the first Battle of Bull Run, and died at Little Bighorn in a massacre, sacrificing his troops from warring Indians to save the unsuspecting regiment of General Terry. He was brave, self-centered, ambitious, considered a martinet, and probably corrupt. The movie presents him as someone who would sacrifice his life and who was pro-Indian. Now, Custer has been portrayed in other pictures entirely differently, but this version is probably the one which is best remembered. Many of the details of the final battle at Little Bighorn are completely untrue, in true Hollywood fashion. The terrain was very different. Custer was not the last man to die, and according to many sources, he was a manic depressive. Flynn's portrait is charming and dashing and adventuresome. The film is really worth watching to see one of the true granddaddies of all Western epics. A mix of comforting stereotypes, fine supporting players, extraordinary action scenes, and a tendency to see history through Hollywood's eyes, pasteurized and homogenized, for audiences which demanded likable stories rather than basic truth. More about the making of this film later on. Now, Errol Flynn, Olivia de Havilland, Arthur Kennedy, Gene Lockhart, Anthony Quinn, and Sidney Greenstreet in They Died with Their Boots On.